Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. We've got another track versus track, Van Halen edition. Another David Lee Roth versus Sammy Hagar. We have the two 10-track albums. Van Halen 2 versus OU812. I definitely prefer Van Halen 2. Great album. OU812 is not bad. I'm not a Hagar hater. I'm not a OU812 hater. It's not bad. It's not this good, but it's not bad. So let's see what can happen in these track by tracks. You never know. So first up, we've got You're No Good, the cover song. Odd choice for an opener, but decent song. It's going up against Mine All Mine, by far my favorite song on this album. And some of Sammy's best lyrical work, in my opinion. That one's going to OU812. Dance the Night Away versus When It's Love. When It's Love is alright. It's not my favorite. That's not bad. Dance the Night Away is better. So, Van Halen 2 gets a point there. Somebody Get Me a Doctor versus AFU Naturally Wired. I kind of dig AFU Naturally Wired. It's probably my second favorite song on the album. But it's going up against Somebody Get Me a Doctor. So, it's not going to win. Someone Get Me a Doctor is going to win that one. Bottoms Up versus Cabo Wabo. Cabo Wabo is decent. Bottoms Up. Yeah. Bottoms Up's going to win that one. This is going to get ugly pretty quick here, I think. Out of Love Again versus Source of Infection. I like Source of Infection. It's got some pretty sick riffs from Eddie Van Halen on that one. The only thing to me, I kind of wish Sammy Hagar gave us some better lyrics other than just the hey, all right. Woo! You know, I don't know. That's like something to me that David Lee Roth could sound good doing, but it just doesn't work for Sammy. Still some good guitar playing in that song versus Out of Love Again. Out of Love Again. Next up, we have Light Up the Sky versus Feel So Good. No contest. Light Up the Sky pretty easily. Light Up the Sky is possibly a top 5 Van Halen song for me, and Feel So Good is not even a top 5 song on OU812. So yeah, this one's getting pretty ugly here. Spanish Fly versus Finish What You Started. Spanish Fly is a little bit of an unsung hero in my opinion. As much praise and love as Eruption gets, as it should, Spanish Fly is just like the acoustic equivalent of that to me. I mean, it's so cool, especially the way that Eddie's really shredding at the end. It just sounds so cool on the acoustic guitar. Versus Finish What You Started, the country-esque song. Yeah, Spanish Fly. DOA versus Black and Blue. Black and Blue is probably the best song on the second half of OU812, but it is definitely not beating DOA. Definitely not beating DOA on that one. I love DOA. It's just so heavy and dark. And Roth's delivery of that song with the dirty face kid in a garbage can. Freaking love it. Women in Love versus Sucker in a Three-Piece. I don't like Sucker in a Three-Piece. I think that song's pretty bad, actually. It has some of Sammy's worst lyrics. Tell me the lyrics are printed in here. Let's yes, they are. All right, Sucker in a Three-Piece. Where are you? Here it is. She's so fine, about a 9 on a 10 scale, with her long legs straight up on her lunch pail. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the first, 30, 45 seconds, whatever it is, of Women in Love, when Eddie Van Halen's doing that clock thing, gorgeous. One of the most beautiful things that I've ever heard coming from a guitar. That alone would beat Source of Infection, or not Source of Infection, Sucker in a Three-Piece. But the song's definitely better as well. So, Women in Love. Last up, we have Beautiful Girls versus Apolitical Blues. Beautiful Girls is actually not one of my favorite songs on here. It's a good song. I don't dislike anything from the classic era of the band, but it's probably more popular amongst other fans than it is with me, but still good. And it's going up against what would be my least favorite Van Halen song if Van Halen 3 didn't exist. Apolitical Blues. Really bad cover. I don't like Sammy's delivery of it. I think he's trying too hard to sound like really bluesy, and it's not working. It's not working for me at all. So Beautiful Girls. That one was pretty ugly. I think that was the biggest blowout we've had so far in these Roth versus Hagar track versus track things. We got 9-1. So there you have it. Van Halen 2 blows OU812 out of the water. Let me know in the comments below how you would track by track these albums. If you like this kind of content, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this in the future, and I will see you next time.